slow. Take it slow. We got a long way to go.
This is what the fuck you wanted. I gave you what the fuck you wanted.
Oh my God.
Welcome back to another Alchemy United post-match interview. It's week 12 and we're at home to CT Allstars. This is a big challenge. CT Allstars was unbeaten in their last 4 games, coming off the back of a 3-0 win against Menis and a 4-0 win against Club de Haarlem. So we're seeing this as a big challenge, and it brought out the best in us, I must say. You know, every decision I deliberated over it, you know, carefully about every player in our squad, thought about who should play, getting people fit, so on and so forth. We really gave CT the respect that they deserve because of their form. Now, I must say we had an injured Mbappe for this game. He had just returned from injury just before the game. So we had some decisions to make. Like I said, this was a big challenge. You know, we know that CT, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing on this platform. And their form has probably been one of the best in the league. Their recent form, along with maybe Inter Milan. So we really respected them, and it brought out the best in us. I'd say this was my best performance in terms of managerial performance of the season. So Mbappe being injured, one of the big decisions that we made is to leave him on the bench. He's our top scorer, but just back from injury, we felt like he wouldn't have recaptured his form. He wasn't match fit, he wasn't sharp. And so therefore we went to put in Martial, who was really good in training. A friendly beforehand, he scored a goal. His morale was up. But then just before match day, his sharpness went down. So again, another split decision. We decided to put in Phil Foden, whose form has been picking up over games but hasn't started any major games. And his fitness was now at full fitness, so I thought he would be the perfect fit out on the left inside forward where Mbappe usually plays. However, last minute we changed that decision because we thought to ourselves, we cannot have Pogba on the bench in such a big game. Pogba's like my favourite player in football at the moment, and not only that, he likes the big games. So I said to myself, this is literally before kickoff, I said to myself, I've got to find a way to get him in the team. However, I could not move Odegaard from the attacking midfield position because he is like perfect in training every week. He was that week almost perfect, the best trainer. You know, he's been performing better and better every week. He's just really becoming, and he's so young just from the academy, but he's becoming a mainstay. And what I've come to realise about FM is that form is something you shouldn't ignore when a player's on form. So I decided that I'm going to keep him in the team. I think he scored last week as well, like he's really doing well. So I put Pogba left inside forward. Another big decision. As far as decisions make, was there any more of note? Not really. Those were the main big decisions I had to make. Also, Andre Silva, I had an argument with him before the game. I went to tell him he performed well in the last game, and apparently he was furious with me for that. So I had a decision to make about him, whether to play him in the game since he was in a bad mood, but I played him. Anyway, the game came. I've got Kimmich and Kante in midfield, simply because they were both like in really good physical shape, and we didn't want to give CT any chance because of their form. So we know those two will work hard. That's why Pogba was nearly on the bench, because there wasn't really space for him in that 3-man midfield. But we put him on the left wing. Anyway, the game started. It was quite competitive. There was nothing in it until we got a free kick. Lo and behold, Odegaard swings it in. Mane jumps highest. He's in space. and puts it away. This is why Mane is better than Salah, because Mane can use the left foot, the right foot and the header. Better footballer. Mane puts us 1-0 ahead with a header from Odegaard's delivery. It's fantastic. Mane is another one that's been picking up form, scored in the last game. We've really started to learn the game and the importance of form. So anyway, we're 1-0 up, and the game still, there isn't much in it. CT is a quality side. We get to half time at 1-0. Pogba's playing really poorly, and I'm thinking maybe I've done the wrong thing. He's out of position, and he's one of the poorer players on the pitch for us, you know. And at any time, CT with their current form and the way their team play together, they can score. Lo and behold, what's his name? Mount scored a screamer, really beautiful goal. We're outside of the box. There was nothing my keeper could do about it, Oblak, and it was 1-1. And now I'm becoming a bit concerned, especially with the performance and the decision to play Pogba at left inside forward. But to cut a long story short, 55th minute, I made the decision. These are all quite big decisions, you know. I made the decision to bring off Andre Silva, who was also, along with Pogba, underperforming. I decided to bring him off, knowing that we had the argument before the game, knowing that he was in a bad mood before the game, and he's not performing. So I said to myself, I'll bring him off. I brought on Mbappe at that point. It's 55th minute. I know he's not that fit. He's just back from injury, but he's our top player. We brought him on, put him up front, striker, but not in a role that he's not so familiar with, pressing forward, which Silva really suits that role. Anyway, shortly after we brought him on, Pogba scored a header from playing left inside forward, which is usually Mbappe's position. You know, something just told me to keep Pogba out there, even though he was performing badly. Plus, removing Silva, who am I going to put up front? So it was Mbappe had to play up front. Pogba scores a header, and we're 2-1 up. And obviously I'm delighted, because I was thinking about taking Pogba off the, put him on a substitute bench, or change his position. And that would have been a headache for me, because I wanted the two midfielders, Kante and Kimmich. And Odegaard, on his current form, I've learned to respect form on this game. So anyway, Pogba scores, we're 2-1 up. From there, we just turned it into a rout, to be honest. But the game was very competitive before those events took place in the game. You know, so it was nice to get that victory. Like I said, it was probably our best performance of the season. CT beat us in the EFA Cup, knocked us out on a replay, so it was nice to put them in their place. They were third in the league because of a really great run of form. Now they're fifth, and we feel a little bit bad for them, because it's been a tough week for them. You know, they've gone on FIFA and they've been battered by Zebra Rovers 6-0, and then to come to us and get beaten 5-1. I haven't really seen them active on Twitter since the 6-0. And I can understand that, you know, when you get beaten like that, you seem to start to get your life in perspective and realise what's important. And there are some things more important than your club. But we respect them, like we said before the match in our press interview. We respect the manager greatly. But it was just nice to beat them and get the win, because they've shown to themselves to be a solid side. So anyway, we move on now into the next game will be against Inter Milan. I don't expect Inter Milan to be able to defend their title. They've done a great job of it so far. I'm actually surprised. I think they've outdone themselves. I can't remember. But yeah, I think they've really succeeded expectation. They've done really well to fight to this point. I don't think they've got the quality that we've got, but they've banded together, worked hard, and they've mounted a title challenge, or I should say a defence of their title. We've got them next week. Last time we played them, we spattered them, like, severely. But you never know. The manager's second for a reason. He's the champion for a reason. However, if they beat us, I just don't think they've got the strength to keep up with us in this league. So we're not particularly worried about that game. Anyway, you know, we will be back to report shortly after that game, and I think we got Zebra in the Gold Cup. Anyway, guys, thanks for listening. This has been a long one because it was a really good match. We really enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace out.